Hey, this is Zachlog the Great. Why do we obey rules? Almost all of us, every day, restrain ourselves from what we would like to do because of some external rule. Someone else has something you like, yet you don't take it from him. Some jackass says something that makes you angry, yet you refrain from slapping him. Why? One answer, and the most obvious, is fear of punishment. We follow rules because we do not wish an authority to punish us, either physically, financially, or by denial of opportunity. But this hardly accounts for all rule following. There are many cases where we obey a rule when the likelihood of punishment is remote, or even zero. So why do we do this? I think much of this comes down to reciprocity. I follow a rule because I want others to do so, and my compliance with the rule helps reinforce others' compliance. I don't want someone else to steal my bike, my car, my computer, so I don't steal from them. I don't want to be slapped, so I refrain from slapping others even when they may be obnoxious or frustrating. This is called internalizing a rule, and it is crucial for the functioning of a society. You cannot have a functioning society if people only obey the rules out of fear of punishment. Down that road lies ever-increasing tyranny and finally complete chaos. We need people to obey the rules even when no one is looking over their shoulder. But what if there were a rule which, either explicitly or in practice, could be used against you, but never for you? What if you would be harshly punished if you stole from your neighbor, but anyone can steal from you with impunity? You steal a lawn chair from your neighbor and you get 3 years in prison. Someone is caught stealing your car, and he not only gets off scot-free, he also gets to keep your car. Now, in these circumstances, you might still obey the rule out of fear of punishment. But would you believe in the rule? Would you internalize the rule? Of course not. It doesn't protect you. It doesn't benefit you in any way. If you could benefit from breaking that rule, and you thought you could get away with it, well, I probably would. There is a very big, very important rule in our society. Thou shalt not be racist. This rule is a biggie. Almost everyone takes it very seriously. People's lives can be, and have been, absolutely wrecked for breaking this rule. And if people decide you actually are racist, almost no one comes to your defense. Leftists, conservatives, Christians, atheists, white, black, brown, or purple. Everyone is happy to hang racists out to dry. So we have a very important rule, and it is strictly enforced. What's the problem? The problem is that this rule does not protect everyone. Specifically, it doesn't protect white people. It doesn't protect me at all. Oh, this rule will be used to punish me. If, in the court of public opinion, I were found guilty of being racist, friends would distance themselves. I might be fired. And it could get even worse than that. But if someone is racist against me, they'd suffer no consequences. It would not make the slightest difference. Oh, you can accuse someone of racism against white people, but no one really cares. It bears no punishment. Do you doubt me? Sarah Jeong is a Korean writer who was hired by the New York Times. Jeong also has a history of vicious tweets against white people. For instance, "It's kind of sick how much joy I get out of being cruel to old white men," or that white people are only fit to live underground like groveling goblins. When this was called to their attention, the New York Times defended Jeong. She still works for the New York Times. George Cicciarello-Meyer, a professor at Drexel University, tweeted, "All I want for Christmas is white genocide." Somewhat surprisingly, he was actually pressured to resign from Drexel. He was quickly hired by another university, however, and is doing just fine, thank you very much. So, if you're white, racist can and will be used to attack you. It will never be used to protect you. So why show any loyalty to that rule? Let me be clear. I'm not advocating you do anything actually wrong, aggressing against another person in any fashion because of his race. I'd also say you should be acutely aware of how this rule will be used against you. Don't be reckless and get yourself fired. But stop internalizing the rule. Stop censoring your own thoughts. If you're white, it's not to your benefit. It never has been and never will be. Stop giving power to a system which will only attack you, never defend you. Reciprocity is a fundamental element in a healthy relationship and a healthy society. It's never exactly equal or exactly in the same form, but in a healthy relationship, benefits and obligations each flow both ways. But the rule against racism has no reciprocity when white people are involved. All the benefits flow one way, and all the obligations flow the other. So stop caring about it. Don't worry about what is or isn't racist. Don't scold others for being racist. Stop giving power to this idea which will only be used against you. God be with you.